actually straight, boy. I hate like when shit be uneven. All right, we cool? Cool. Action. That's what I really should start doing. I should start, hold up. Let me take myself serious. That's an intention for this year. Let me take myself serious. All right, am I ready? Hold up. Take a little swig of this nasty ass. Action. Oh. Hi. Welcome back to More Context, where I essentially give you more context about me, my thoughts, my feelings, my opinions, or anything else that I feel like I want to give you more context about in the moment. Because otherwise, what you get from me is no context. And that means I don't like explaining stuff all the time. Not everything needs a disclaimer. Not everything needs an introduction. So that, if you're wondering, is where no context came from. Because, bitch, I ain't feel like explaining it unless I feel like explaining it, and then you will pull up here on More Context where you can hear more of an explanation. So anyway, welcome back to more context, where I give you a little bit more information about where I'm at, what I'm doing, what I'm up to, what I plan on being up to, what I hope to be up to. You know what I'm saying? So I know you can tell that I am in a bright and sunny location. A nice airy background is bestowed upon me, and the sun is shining and beaming. And of course, a nigga felt like I had to take advantage of the sun shining. So I just wanted to get this out the way and, talk to y'all while I have the opportunity. So let me start off by saying, welcome to the Deuce Deuce, as the homie Al refers to it. And I'm going to so humbly borrow that from him for the rest of the year. Welcome to the Deuce Deuce. I hope that, your transition from 21 to 22 was enjoyable, worthy. Shit, we made it. So, let's just leave it at that. Since we are here, though, in the Deuce Deuce, I kind of wanted to... Oh, wait. I didn't even... hello? Hi. Hi. Oh, hey. Yes, I cut my hair. Okay, so you know what? I always feel like we should just get right into it. So let's get right into it. If you are watching, first of all, thank you, because you don't even have to be pulling up on me like this, and so I appreciate you. But if you are watching, you see my new and very shiny do, because we are oily and I need to wash my hair, but you see my new do, and I absolutely love it. So here's the thing, right? I've cut my hair plenty of times before. I'm one of those people that definitely feels like hair is just hair, but I also feel like it's certain hairstyles for you and certain hairstyles that just aren't for you. And so I always said that I was never gonna cut my hair again. Well, here we are in the Deuce Deuce, and I have a new haircut, and I'm probably going to go shorter and shorter and shorter, because let me tell you why. First of all, we go through a lot of transitions in life. That's why I'm going to never say never anymore, because me saying I'm never going to do this, I'm never going to do that again, but I can promise you one thing that I'm never doing is probably drinking. I'm probably never going to drink again in my life, but we'll circle back to that in a second. I can't say I'm never going to cut my hair again. The last time I cut my hair, I believe, was 2017 or 18, and I cut it into a short, curly hairstyle. Well, that wasn't for me. That wasn't the energy I was trying to give off. This is for me. This is energy. This is giving me energy, okay? So the thing is, right, when you have a baby, your body goes through so many transitions, changes, and just things that, people do tell you about, but a lot of things that people don't tell you about, or even you're expecting to happen, you just don't know when, right? And so one of those things for me was postpartum hair loss. Baby girl is here. Baby girl has arrived. Baby girl has slid them edges, okay? Baby girl snuck up on me faster than the Omarion variant, okay? And let me tell you, I had the Omarion variant, which that's how I know. That is actually why I'm on vacation now, as opposed to my annual holiday that we take, that either I and Corey take for the holiday season, that had to be postponed because Lil Mama got hit with the Omarion variant. So crazy that, so I had actually gone out, which I don't be going out, you know, I'm very careful. My thing is, I know I would be living a more reckless life, if a little bit more of a reckless life, if I did not have my son. But it's just certain things that I just don't do because I want to protect him and I want to make sure that he's safe. But also I still, you know, want to have fun. So I'm doing things, you know, cautiously and carefully. Well, the Saturday before Christmas, I decided to hang out with some homegirls, and I had went to a private Christmas party, but it was quite a few people. But let me tell you, baby, I had the time of my life. And for the first time in a year and a half, I drank. And not only did I drink, I got drunk. And I had a fucking ball. But I paid for it the next day, and then I paid for it 2 days later when I tested positive. So for one, I am officially done with drinking. Like, not only did, like, is the recovery not the same, it also, it took a little hit on my milk supply. And I didn't appreciate that either. It took me like a few days to get, like, I was producing enough to, you know, feed Chase, but I wasn't like, I definitely noticed like a little dip in my milk supply. So I was like, okay, that's a good reason why I won't drink again if ever I'm ever tempted, especially while nursing. Because the fact that it took a toll on my milk supply and I had to dump the, you know, the milk that I had. Yeah. So anyway, I tested positive from going to that event probably like a couple days later. The day after I tested positive, I was supposed to I had a hair appointment to get my hair cut, and then 2 days after that, we were flying out to have our vacation. Yeah, all of that got canceled. I had to cancel my hair appointment. We had to postpone our vacation or whatever. But enough of that. We in the deuce now. We made it. I'm good. I'm straight. Like me being sick, it lasted for a couple of days, but it wasn't that bad. I tested. I had an at-home test, and I only tested because I had a headache real bad. And this was on, like, I went out Sunday? No, I went out Saturday. Sunday I was hungover. Monday, I think I was okay. I was alright. I just thought it was like leftover, like feeling weird. Yeah, because Monday I went to go get lashes and I felt alright. But I just felt like getting my lashes done be making me feel weird anyway. But then Tuesday, I had a real bad headache, and I never had headaches. So that's what made me take the at-home test. And then I had went and got tested, and then I tested positive. So from there, I had like a headache and body aches. But I felt bad for maybe like 3 days or so. But I didn't take any over-the-counter medicine because, again, I did not want to take another hit on my milk supply. So I just thugged it out, and here we are in a deuce to talk about it. So yeah, I cut my hair. A lot of the reason was because of postpartum hair loss. My edges just are essentially gone now, and I felt like I wasn't doing shit with my hair anyway. Whenever my hair was out from outside of a protective style, I was just putting it in 2 cornrows or 2 French braids or a high bun anyway. And then I was never really straightening my hair, and wearing it curly is just a lot. So I was like, you know what? Fuck them curls right now. We'll get back to the curls another time. Right now, I'm embracing the straight. And straight don't look right. Like, when my hair is long, straight don't look right for me because my hair is fine and it gets oily real fast, which means I have to wash my hair a lot. And at least with this, even though it's oily, like, it still looks good. So, I was like, I want to look cute effortlessly. Like, I don't want to have to do so much to look cute. As a sidebar to that, if you can tell, I don't have any lashes on right now, and that's something that I'm embracing in the deuce as well. Eyelash extensions, they got me in a little bit of a chokehold. I'm gonna be honest with you, because they are so pretty, and like, you don't need to put on any makeup. You don't really have to have your hair done. You could just like brush your lashes and go on about your business. But it's just the thought around having this glue. First of all, having this person, your hands are all around my eyes, then you got this glue, and I'm laying back for this long, and it's not fun. And I started getting my nails done again, which was something else that I traded off when I decided to get lashes. I was like, well, since I'm getting lashes done all the time, I'm just not going to get my nails done. I'm going to continue to get my feet done, but I'm going to stop from getting my nails done. Yeah, well, I like having my nails done right now, so I decided to get my nails done, and I think I'm going to hold off from getting my lashes done for a little while. We're going to see how long that lasts, but I don't know. I say all these things to say that normally in the beginning of the year, we want to talk about like our New Year's resolutions and stuff like that, right? Well, I've never been one to have New Year's resolutions, because I just feel like, I mean, it's a lot of reasons, but one of the reasons is like, you know how people be like, why you gotta wait until the new year to start? Well, I mean, we all like fresh starts, right? But I feel like I've never been one to be motivated behind goals. Does that make sense? Because goals just have so much disappointment behind them if you don't, like, if you fall off track from being on that course to obtaining that goal or whatever, and then you just feel like shit. Or like how you say you're on a diet, but then you have these cheat days, and your cheat days you feel like you're actually cheating, like, but you're engaging in something that you enjoy. You're having something that you enjoy. Why should that be a cheat? Why can't that just be like, you know, that's not a part of the goal right now, but it don't mean that you gotta cheat. Like, it's not a cheat. You putting a little pause on it, and tomorrow is a new day. Every day is a fresh start. So I want to talk about intentions. I have a lot of intentions for this year, but no resolutions, because I feel like intentions has more of a positive energy behind it. Resolutions is like are like the goal. It's like, this is what I want to accomplish by the end of this year. And if you don't, then what? What are you gonna do about that? If you don't accomplish that goal, then what? Or if you fall off track, quote unquote, from obtaining that goal, then what? What are you gonna do? What kind of path are you setting to obtain that resolution, or to get to that goal? You didn't think that far through, did you? You just decided to make a vision board or mood board, and then what? Just kind of be, and just keep looking at your vision board every day, but you don't have a goal. You're not setting any intentions behind your goals. Not a goal. You don't have a plan. You're not setting any intentions behind this resolution that you're building up, right? So that's why this year I'm setting some intentions, and I'd like to share them. I'd like to share them with you to give you a perspective about, you know, maybe how you can look at something a little different to get where you want to go, and to also hold myself accountable. So one of my intentions for this year is to be on time. It's to be on time for things that matter and for things that don't. And I feel like I need to start with the things that don't matter, so that I can be more on time for the things that do. And I say that this is an intention because if I just say I want to be on time for things, what has stopped me from being on time before? All my other 33 years, or I won't even go back my whole entire life, but at least the last, let's say the last 5 years. What has prevented me from being on time the last 5 years? So I really had to take a deep dive and really sit down with myself and be like, yo, why can't I never be on time for shit? The only thing that I've ever consistently been on time for was in-person yoga class. Because one thing about me, I do not like walking into a yoga class late. I feel like that's a sacred space, and I don't like for that energy to be interrupted, and I don't like to be that person that's going to interrupt. So I would go out of my way to be on time for a yoga class and my lash appointment, because I know my lash lady, she be booked, and I don't know how much time she give herself in between clients, but I don't know. I just always felt like those were the two things that I was like overly consistently on time for. Everything else, it was like, I tried. But shit, I might not make it on time. And I don't want to be that person. And so I had to ask myself, what is it about me that does not want to be on time for things? And I realized that it's because I don't like to wait. Once I get somewhere, like if I'm meeting somebody somewhere, or if my appointment is supposed to start at a time or whatever, if I'm there, if my appointment is supposed to start at 11:30, or I'm supposed to be meeting you here at 11:30, like if I'm there by that time, I want that shit to start at 11:30, because I done went on my way to get here by 11:30. So come on, like, what's up? And so like, it's like you get there, you be like, then you have an attitude, because you be like, damn, I was on time, like I was early, and this shit ain't even started on time. Like I could have put makeup on before I came, or I could have did something extra at home before I pulled up, right? But I gotta be okay with just waiting. I gotta be okay with just waiting. So I had to ask myself again. I had to look inside myself. Why am I not okay with waiting? I don't know. I guess because I'm just thinking about all the other shit that I could have did while I'm waiting here. So now, instead of me looking at it like that, I tell myself I need to be somewhere. If I tell myself I need to be somewhere 30 minutes before I need to actually be there, I need to look up how much time it takes for me to actually get there. When I know I need to be there, like as soon as I confirm with whatever person I'm meeting up with, or as soon as I make my appointment, I need to look up and see how much time it's going to take for me to be there. And I need to also, same way I put it in my calendar to remember that this is where I need to be, I need to put in my calendar, like, this is how much time that it takes for me to get there, no traffic, and this is how much it's probably going to take for me to get there if traffic is involved. And then if I want to take it even further, I need to start putting in my notes in that calendar block the outfit options that I might want to wear, because that'd be another reason why I'd be late. Like I'd be getting ready, soon enough, it'd be like enough time, but I'm like picking out these outfits, and then I just ended up not wearing something that like ended up wearing something that I don't feel comfortable in, or I didn't want to wear. So I'm becoming more of a planner so that I can be more what's that word I'm looking for? Punctual. The word was punctual. It's gonna come back to me. But yeah, I'm working. So one of my intentions is to respect other people's time, to not actually be on time, but to respect other people's time. And so that when I say I'm going to be somewhere by that time, I need to get there and be there by that time. So I had to do a deep dive to really think about why I'm not on time for things, and, unravel these things that have been causing me to not be on time so that I can be on time. Another one of my intentions this year is to tap more into my creativity, unapologetically and boldly and with confidence. Because, and I'm not gonna say shit about imposter syndrome. We did that already, girl. She back there. In that other year, and the year before that, and the year before that, I left her back there. She don't exist no more. I don't know her. I don't know imposter syndrome. I don't know her.
I don't know who this man is. I mean, he could be walking down the street. I wouldn't know a thing. Sorry to this man.
So what I'm saying is, I'm working on just putting my shit out, because here's the thing. I have to express myself in certain ways that just make sense to me in the moment. I'm an energetic person. I'm a moody person. So like, if in the moment, and it is beautiful outside, but if in the moment and in the mood, I feel like creating something in whatever way that I feel inspired to create. So whether that's editing in a moment, or recording in the moment, or shit painting, or just any kind of thing that I just feel like I gotta release this creative energy, like I'm gonna do it. And that don't always mean like I gotta publicize it, like y'all niggas gotta see it. Sometimes it's just for me. And like, not everything has to be consumed by the masses. And I feel like that has prevented me from expressing myself creatively, because it's like, oh, it's probably not going to be good enough to put out. Well, first of all, says who? Who says it's not going to be good enough to put out? You ain't even do it yet. Secondly, so the fuck what? So what if it's not good enough to put out? Maybe everything ain't for everybody. You know what I mean? So I'm just like, I'm definitely reminding myself that, like, it's okay. Like, do it scared, do it thoughtless, do it fearless, but just do it. And one thing that my son is reminding me of is just that, because this little boy is fearless, because he doesn't know what fear is, right? So like, he will lunge for something that's like on the nightstand and he's on the bed, and I'm like, whoa, my man, that's gonna take you out if you do that. But like, I appreciate his ambition, but the way he going about it is like, it's not it. And so as an adult, I want to just kind of embrace all of the ambition and the fearlessness that my son has, but use my critical thinking skills to remind me that, like, lunging off the bed probably won't be a good idea, but like, I should definitely still reach for what's on the nightstand. I'm a deep ass bitch, ain't I? I know, but no, seriously though, I like, cause it's like, honestly, this YouTube shit, I'm having so much fun. Like, I'm having so much fun. And no, I might not have thousands of views and hundreds of likes and millions of subscribers, but like, low key, this should be more for me than it be for y'all. And I appreciate the fact that y'all really be enjoying it. Trust me, I do. Speaking of which, since you're here, if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, please go ahead and do so, because that would really help me out. And if you like my videos, I feel like you should just physically like the video. And if you have something to say, by all means, comment down below, because I be wanting to hear that shit. You just don't know who be watching, who be listening, who relate. So like, sometimes you really, like me, I always say I like engaging with people in my comments or in my DMs or whatever. I'm gonna always respond back, because I like to know who I'm talking to, who's listening, who's watching, you know what I mean? So I had to plug that real quick. But yeah, I just feel like I just want to be, I'm already a fearless person. Like, I can be quite irrational, very spontaneous, but like, that's for like what I'm doing on a day-to-day basis. But I feel like the things that I really could just be producing could really exemplify my personality a little bit more, because I be having so much stuff on my mind, and it be like so many good ideas that I just never release to the world. And like I said, not always does it have to be something that has to be released to the world, but I gotta at least release it from myself, so that I can be like, yo, I had an idea and I saw it through. And I've seen through quite a few of my ideas, but I got a lot more ideas in my mind that I have to figure out, or not be afraid to reach out for help, or see who has the resources that can help me do certain things. I just be feeling like I have to do everything. Like, I have to do everything. And I don't always have to do everything. What I need to do is more research to figure out who can help me do certain things. You know what I mean? And I feel like that will help me produce way more. That will help me get outside of my head, because listening to other people's feedbacks, thoughts, and opinions, that helps. It does help. It helps to get outside of your own head, and for you to not be your own critic all the time, to see different perspectives on your own idea, and elevate the idea to another level. Is just, that doesn't happen when you keep things within. So I definitely want to express myself more in ways that I know how to. And even if that means having uncomfortable conversations with people that I never met before, like, that's something else that I want to do. Like, just be a little bit more comfortable with getting uncomfortable. Be a little bit more comfortable with being uncomfortable. Awkward conversations, silent pauses, you know what I mean? Like, we always feel like we have to fill space. We have to fill space. Why do we have to fill space all the time? We don't always have to fill space. Sometimes we need a little space. Quiet space. Hold on. Let's be awkward real quick together. Sometimes it's okay to just be quiet. We don't always know how to be quiet when we're around our friends or other people or whatever. Whenever it's a quiet or dead space, we always feel like we have to fill that void. We don't. We can be quiet sometimes. We can just enjoy each other's energy quietly. Because I feel it. Sometimes you just need to feel something. You don't always need to hear or listen. You just need to feel. So with that, I want to feel more this year. And I want to listen without saying so much. And I'm already not much of a talker. But I mean that, like, that can translate in so many different ways. So I definitely want to meet more people this year. I feel like there are so many dope people out there. There are so many dope people. And I've been loving customizing my timelines to get that energy. You know what I mean? Like, I've had to unfollow some people from like high school and college just because I'm not relating to that right now. That's not where I'm at. I'm relating to sis right here that's building this business and she's holding it the fuck down and she killing it. You know what I mean? That's the type of shit that I want to see all the time. Like, I don't want to see like just nothing, a bunch of nothing. And so like I be engaging with that so much that like it's like I want to be friends. Like, I feel like, oh, you cool as shit. Like, I want to be friends. And I feel like a lot of times, say if you know this person, you know this person from the internet, but like y'all both know this one person, this middle ground that like y'all just agreed to link up, but y'all could invite this person that y'all both know to like buffer it out. What you need that buffer for? Just go meet the person. Let it be awkward in like the first 10 or 15 minutes. I feel like if you're gravitating towards somebody and y'all been having like these conversations and you feel like you could really be friends with that person, be friends with that person. And that's what I like. I hate the fact that Drake said no new friends and everybody just took that and ran with it. No, I want to be friends. Like, who can I be friends with? I'm not asking you right now, can we be friends? But like, I'm just saying, you know what I mean? Like, why is it so uncomfortable to learn new friends, to learn new people, to meet new people? We got to erase that discomfort. These people could like you don't always want to be the highest in the room, right? Are you doing better than your friends? Or are your friends doing better than you? Because if your friends are doing better than you, then you're around the right people. You need to be around people that's doing better than you or at your level. Because it's like, you can't always be the one that's going to lift people up all the time. And so for me, I feel like I definitely have friends that's doing better than me in different ways, in different areas. And I definitely feel like I'm, doing better than some of my peers around me, maybe in different areas or whatever. But I feel like we're all benefiting off of each other. Like, we're all eating off of each other. Like, you might need my energy from this aspect, but I might need your energy from that aspect. And I feel like there are more ways than a little bit for you to welcome new friendships and welcome new relationships. And not every person you meet though gotta be your new friend. Like, that again, that could just be a new resource. Like, yo, I just met this dope ass girl and she on her shit, and she know people who know how to do logos and graphic designs, and she says she gonna help me, blah blah blah. That could just be like a whole new business relationship or a new resource or whatever. And I'm not going to say networking because networking just sounds so political or like so like business oriented. But I just feel like I want to open myself up more as a person to be more to be more welcoming to different kinds of relationships that I never thought that I would come across. Put it that way. I never thought that I would be a mom. And now I'm like, yo, I need more mom friends because this shit is like amazing, and it's mad people that I realize feel the exact same way that I do, just based on being a mom. You know what I mean? So I definitely want to just welcome more things that I feel like would be more beneficial to my life. And I think that is just how I'm gonna sum that up. Like, just be more intentional when it comes to, meeting new people, and not just small talk, because I'm not a small talker. I hate small talk. But even if I do, because sometimes relationships form from small talk. So even if I engage in like a small talk focused conversation, but if I feel like I really got something from that conversation, to not be afraid to be like, oh, let's, exchange information, or let's grab coffee. I love to carry on this conversation, or something like that. Like, I don't want to shut that down. I want to be more open to experiences like that. So that's what I mean by like, just welcoming, different kind of energies, all positive energies, but different kinds of energies to my life, because I get inspired and motivated by learning new things, meeting new people, new experiences. And with the way that the world is right now, let's face it, as much as I love to travel, we're really not traveling as much as we are. And even if we are traveling and we see people in person, we're not connecting like we used to. Everything is meta now. Everything is meta. Everything is online. Everything is VR. Everything is, what I'm saying? Everything is behind the screen. And it's like, even in person, like now that we're behind masks, we can't even be as personable as like we would want to be. Like, we can't see each other smile. So like, I just want to be more, open in a sense. I still want my motherfucking space, don't get me wrong, but I want to be more welcoming. I want to be more engaging in a way that is more meaningful. So I'm working on that. And one of the things that I started doing last year, because I've always been kind, I've always been nice, but I wanted to be more than that. I wanted to be more of a lifestyle and not just like situational. You know what I mean? So as of last year, honestly, not even starting it new this year, like I started this last year, speaking, it's always made me uncomfortable to like walk past somebody and not speak, or to be on the elevator and not speak. I hate it. So I decided to not be comfortable. To get comfortable and, hi, how you doing? Good morning. So I speak all the time now. I'm holding doors open, like, within reason, because I still need 6 feet. But like, basically, if I can go out my way but not inconvenience myself to be a better person, I'm just doing it, because I'm not on that, oh, I'm on whatever you on. No, I'm on what I'm on. And I'm always on a good time. Like, I'm always on a good mood. Always, unless I'm not feeling good, then I'm just not, I'm not going to give that energy off. But if I'm feeling good, or I'm neutral, as long as I'm neutral or higher, I'm giving off good energy all the time. I'm going to always speak. I'm going to always, you know what I'm saying? Like, acknowledge the fact that you are in my presence in this little ass space, such as the elevator. Like, that's crazy. Why are we not speaking? Good morning. Good afternoon. How you doing? What's up? Like, we don't gotta get on this elevator. Mask on. We all just hit 8 for me, please. Thank you. Like, we don't gotta be like that. That's crazy. So that's just, that's just like how I'm going about just kind of being better. I don't know what better looks like. I don't have a goal of better. I'm just being better. I'm just doing what makes me feel, what I feel like is gonna make me feel good, and I'm just gonna be better at being better, right? I'm also gonna be better at like organizing, my space, my situations, because I feel like I definitely know my thoughts are more clear when my space is clean and clear and organized. And I do have to blame it on, having a baby and moving at the same time. Yes, it has been a whirlwind trying to get our new house together. we've never moved into a brand new house before. Nobody tells you that, like, when you move into a brand new house, like, you literally have to buy blinds. Like, nobody told us that, right? So of course we had to do things to prepare for the baby, and we also had to do things to just make the house livable. And so now we are comfortable in that kind of space. But I'm like, all right, he older now. He's being able to, like, be a little bit more independent. We don't have to keep eyes on him 24/7. He's not as needy. He's busy as hell, but, like, we're like, we have more of a routine now, so we can kind of figure out how we want to go about things in a house. So I'm like, it's time to really get this house together. So I've definitely been working on getting a house together, and I hope to have this house overly as, like, 80% together by our closing day, which was May 28th of 2021. So May 28th of 2022, I hope that we have most of our furniture. I hope that we have just at least a better understanding of how we want to move through our space and where we want things to go and stuff like that. Because we did say that we were gonna hire, like, a cleaning service that would come at least, like, once a month, maybe twice if necessary. But my thing is, like, I don't want to hire anybody to clean right now and not everything has a space. Like, I don't want to hire somebody to come and she be like, well, where does this go? And I'm like, girl, I don't know. Like, and that's just the routine every time that they come. No, let me take you. I want to be able to hire this person before you start. Let me take you on a tour, show you where the dishes go, show you where the plates. Let me show you where this, that, yep, this goes here, just in case. But if you have any questions, just let me know, because it's a place for everything in this bitch. That's how I'm trying to get my house. And that's what I've been working on, right? And, it takes time. It's definitely a marathon and not a race. But, girl, how long this marathon got to be? Because I'm ready for, like, the shit to just have its own, like, for everything to be where it's supposed to be. And we have a storage unit, and, like, I just want to be able to clean that out and organize that out, so that as we are moving in new furniture, and we don't necessarily want to get rid of old furniture right now, but we don't want it in this space, we can easily just kind of transition the furniture from in here to the storage unit, things like that. So I'm really trying to, like, just focus on organizing my space, organizing my budget, my finances, organizing my energy, organizing my administrative duties, because it be things that, listen, administratively, I will say I be dropping the ball sometimes. We're not perfect. I'm not perfect. Nobody's perfect. But when it comes to, like, administrative lifestyle shit, you know what I'm saying? Like calling the doctor's back, or like paying a bill, the Easy Pass bill. I'm like, yo, I had $182 on my Easy Pass. Why are they sending me this fucking ticket for $7 with a fee of $50? Like, I ain't had money on the Easy Pass. The Easy Pass was in the window. It's not my fault trying to scan it. Now y'all sending me this bill, and then I get the bill, and then all I gotta do is call and be like, this is my Easy Pass number. You could look at it. I had money on it at the time, and just get it. You know what I'm saying? But I be letting time go by, and then I be like, fuck it, let me just pay this bill. No, I gotta stop doing that. So that's what I mean by lifestyle administrative work. I'm just trying to organize my whole life. I'm trying to have a system in place for everything, for my mail, bills. Whoa. When I say bills, I don't mean my monthly bills, because I'm actually responsible enough that I have my monthly bills on auto pay. I mean those random ass miscellaneous bills. Okay, continue. You know what I'm saying? Emails, like, my pictures. I need to delete all kinds of pictures and videos in my phone, as opposed to just keep upgrading my phone. Let me get more storage. No, bitch, delete some of that shit. So, I'm just trying to, I'm really just trying to, declutter my life. Not just my house, not just my phone, not just my emails, not just my mind. I'm just trying to declutter everything, my whole life, right? Another intention that I'm setting for myself, and this is not necessarily an intention, because this is something tangible, but I'm gonna actually hire a therapist this year. I am gonna hire a therapist this year, because I don't really feel like, my thing is, like, I've always been pro therapist, life coach, counselor, mentor, confidant, whatever you need to protect your energy, to protect your mental. I'm for that shit. Weed, not liquor, or any other kind of alcohol. I mean, or any other kind of drugs. I don't know. I heard them psychedelics could be good for your mental too. I don't know. I can attest that, like, you know, flower is good for my mental. But I will say that I really do want to, I want to try a therapist out. I always said that, like, my therapist has to have a therapist, because I don't want to talk to somebody that's listening to trauma all day, and then how do you unload? How do you unlock? How do you unleash? So my only prerequisite right now is that my therapist has to have a therapist, and that, you know, somebody that I'm comfortable with talking to. So they don't have to be necessarily black, but, like, I might be most comfortable with, you know, having a black therapist. I don't know. Might not have to be a woman. Could also be a man. I don't know. But I know that I'm going to start this journey of trying on therapists this year. And I am going to commit to finding one. So I don't know how many I'm going to have to go through to find the one that is for me. But I'm going to at least put in that work to find somebody that I'm comfortable with, that I want to talk to. And I don't even know what I want to talk about. Like, I didn't go through a lot of trauma or anything like that. But I do want to talk to somebody and just kind of see, you know, what it's like to just have a non-biased, you know, someone who doesn't know me. I just want to see what that's like. And if I feel like, you know, it's beneficial, then I want to be able to continue that. But if I feel like, you know, maybe I don't need it at this time, then at least I can say, you know, I've experienced it and it did what it needed to do, or it didn't. And I can find some other way, that, like, some avenue or some outlet. But I definitely want to try on a couple therapists this year. So I'm also delaying gratification. I have that's another thing. I told you I'm getting organized. I'm trying to, like, make sense of my life. So I do have a little list, or a little bullet points that I need, that, you know, because I'm like, if I can't just keep pulling from my mind. So every time I think about things that I want to be better at, I write it down throughout the day, and that's what I'm referring to. That's what I'm resorting to on my phone or whatever. But I want to delay gratification, and that's important because I just feel like I be buying stuff. And listen, I told you before that my body is going through all these changes, right? When I first got pregnant, I lost mad weight, and then I gained weight having a baby, and then I was thick, and I loved it. And then after I had the baby, I was still a little thick, even though I had a belly. So I wasn't sure what my body was gonna be. And then 7 months. Oh, today is my baby's 7th month birthday. Happy 7th month to my baby. My baby is 7 months today. But yeah, as I'm 7 months in and I'm still nursing and such, and I've lost all my weight and then some, my body is just continuing to change. And I feel like I've been overcompensating for some, I don't want to say insecurities, but some uncertainties. I've been overcompensating by, you know, just kind of buying a whole bunch of unnecessary shit. And I mean, it does come with me wanting to change up my style, because I have been wanting to develop my own sense of style and what that looks like. It makes sense of, like, how I want to present myself to the public, fashionably, if that makes sense. And I have been getting more into fashion. My interest, like, the content that I intake, because I watch a lot of YouTube. I watch YouTube all day. And I'm not saying that I watch, like, clothing hauls or things like that. No, that's not what I mean. I mean, like, I've been watching a lot of, like, historical, like, the start of LVMH, or, like, where fashion is headed based on the economy. So I've been learning fashion in that sense. But with me learning about how different houses have started and, you know, things like that, I've been taking more of an interest behind, like, just the garments that I'm putting on, and how I'm, like, dressing myself in certain ways, and how I want to dress when I'm in a rush, how I want to dress when I have time, you know, certain things like that. And so basically I want to I'm working on, like, a way to always feel and look put together without always having to do so much, without looking like, oh yeah, I put that shit on today, but it took me a long time. No, I want to effortlessly look put together, like how lashes made me feel, right? I don't need the lashes. Like, I got my hair cut, so now all I got to do is unwrap my hair and boom, my hair is done. My skin is always, is always hold me down. So all I got to do is moisturize, boom. And then when it comes to clothes, like, I want to make sure if I'm putting on a sweatshirt and sweatpants like I got on now, I still want to make sure, you know what I'm saying, I got some shit on, or like I look all right just because I got on sweatpants and a sweatshirt. I just don't want to look like, oh yeah, I just threw on sweatpants and the sweatshirt, I'm just going to the store. No, I want to look like, yes, I'm at the store, but I just ran into, this girl, and now now we homegirls because we just had a conversation in the CVS line about, because I look put together, and she, you know what I mean? You just never know. So I'm like, I just want to care more about how I'm presenting myself. I just want to care more. So with me caring more, I wasn't sure how that journey was going to start out, like how to start out that journey, and I just was buying shit. And it's like some of this shit just don't be working out because I'm like, that ain't me. I don't feel comfortable in that. Like, I should have sent this shit back, and that was too late. So I'm delaying gratification because it's like, do I really want that, or do I just want that because it looked cute on the internet, or because it looked cute on the model, or because I saw somebody wear it and she looked cute and I've been influenced to buy it? So yeah, I'm delaying my gratification because I just want to make sense of things a little bit more and stop being so irrational. So that's another one of my intentions for this year, is to be, more intentional when it comes to just everything that I'm doing. Like, when it comes to how I'm presenting myself to the public, but also how I'm presenting myself to me. I think that pretty much covered all of my intentions for this year. I definitely, of course, I want to be a great mom and a great wife, and just a all around phenomenal person, of course. But I'm just talking about these things that I feel like would make me a better person first, and then that would, transpire to my livelihood, transpire to the things that are around me. You got to fix yourself first, and then once you fix yourself first, everything else will follow. So that's how I'm working on myself for the deuce and beyond. No resolutions, no goals, just intentions, because I want to be compassionate with myself. Tomorrow doesn't have to be a cheat day. Tomorrow is just a different day. And if I fall off the horse in one situation, or I decide that, tomorrow I'm in a little bit of a bad mood or a funk, I'm not going to translate that to nobody else. I'm going to keep that to myself, or I'm going to keep that energy to myself, but I'm going to maintain, the things that I need to do to set forth and keep evolving. I know that makes sense. That makes sense to the people that feel me. But yeah. So let's just all hold me accountable, because we're hearing me say this, but also think about the intentions that you want to set for yourself this year and how you want to evolve. And again, it's not a goal. You're not working towards something. You're just evolving. I feel like the goal is at the end, but the intention is actually the path. The intention is the lifestyle that you're recreating. The intention is the mindset that you're telling yourself, this is what I'm going to do to be where I want to go, to get where I want to go, to be the person that I want to be. Not, this is what I want to do, this is what I want to do, or this is the goal that I want to obtain. No, we're creating paths, okay? We're creating paths. We're opening doors. So that's what I'm saying. Create them intentions. Yeah, I ain't shitting on the vision board. I did it before, and it was pretty cool. Like, especially to look back and be like, oh, I did this and some. So definitely create the vision board, set your intentions, and then let that shit rock. But the goal is there. The goal is something to look forward to, but don't beat yourself up if you don't get to the goal, because the intentions is what really mattered. Like, what was on your heart? What put you towards that goal that you were trying to achieve? Like, we made it. That's what you're gonna be able to say at the end of the year. Like, yo, I set my intentions and like I said that this was the goal, but fuck that goal because I'm past that. Like, what if you set a goal and you go beyond it and that's in 2 months? Set them intentions. Let that shit flow. Let that shit rock. And we just gonna see in how long you want to give it. You want to circle back in like 6 months? 7 months? Something like that. We could circle back. Let me know when you want to circle back. We gonna see how my intention setting has gone. And I'm gonna ask you, how has it gone for you? Did you set your intentions? Did you follow through with that shit? Are you keeping love on your heart? Are you staying light? Oh, all right. Cool. And then at the end of the year, we gonna be like, yo, you see that shit? That shit took off. But yeah, let me know in the comments what your intentions are for the new year. Not for the new year, for this year. What your intentions are, how you plan on evolving. I don't want to hear about none of your goals. I just want to hear like, an intention, a path, a doorway, a vehicle to obtaining whatever it is you want to obtain. I want to hear about the vehicle, not the goal. But anyway, that's enough for me. I gotta go see where my family is. They took a stroll. I said I'm gonna meet up with y'all. So I gotta go see where my family is, my son and my husband, and enjoy some of this weather. It's not the warmest, which is why I have on sweats. It's not the warmest, but shit, it beats the snow because it's definitely snowing like a motherfucker in Maryland right now. So I'm about to, just enjoy the rest of my vacation. I got a couple of days, like a day and a half or so left, but I'm about to enjoy the rest of my little vacation. And as always, I see y'all later. I holla.